Today in Sports Report, Football Premier League, Almaty Kairat closes the first round of the country championship with a confident win. Boxing, Spartakiada among kids and college students. Tennis, amateur tournament of the highest level. Kairat from Almaty scored 3 goals in a match against the team from Taraz in the first stage of the domestic Premier League. The rivals haven't met on the grass for a long time. In the drawing process, the teams were picked to play in the first round of the championship. Back then, Kairat could do everything and lost to Taraz in the host reserve stadium. In the last match of the round, the Yellow Blacks had to take revenge. Just before this game, the People's Team lost the chance to enter the European League by losing to the Israeli Maccabi and was overwhelmed to show any resistance over 2 days. The 2 days of which the team spent traveling were not enough for the team to recharge, and what results with the trainees of Sakhadze show was very clear. I apologize in front of every fan for being eliminated from the European League. However, our athletes showed a great game despite the misfortune. Too many factors affected our chances to win. Taraz, that won 4 matches in a row, has climbed up the leaderboard after saving every goal. Maximo's team hoped to play in the southern capital as well after the successful games they had in the first round. Having known about the tiredness and distress of the players of Kairat, Taraz was ready to attack the former on the central stadium in Almaty.
После такой драматической игры, когда мы на 86-й минуте проиграли игру в Тель-Авиве, через 2 дня.
After the last match in Tel Aviv, when on the 86th minute we lost, pulling ourselves together physically as well as mentally was hard. You notice we spent 12 hours traveling home and still won a very important game at home.
Были около, не знаю, 12 часов, по-моему. Все равно футболисты смогли собраться, смогли очень важную игру выиграть.
The serious attitude of the owners of the stadium became clear from the first minutes. They were focused and composed and didn't show the signs of the prolonged weariness. The only player who was cut some slack was Gerard Go. He was replaced by the Ivorian Gael Tavamba. With him, the team progressed quickly. The active Isail wasn't allowed to serve from the penalty area. In several minutes, Lulin allowed a spearing pass into his wing. All in all, Kairat needed 10 minutes to win. A penalty was awarded into Grigorienko's net. Islamhan served a ball from the penalty line, but the goalkeeper saved the net. Baljan set the first ball to the net and propelled Kairat forward with the score 1-0. A good beginning, and the Almaty team continued attacking the rival with fervor. Taraz replies with rapid counterattacks, and during one of them knocked down Maine at the penalty line. A very dangerous moment was saved by Plotnikov's confident defense. The guests received the right to serve from the corner, which helped Tajimbetov send the first goal and tallied the score 1-1. Kairat tried to take back the privilege, but Timoshuk sent the ball too far and missed his aim. Taraz used the chance to counterattack, but passes the ball from far away in the area where the blue shirts were absent. The Almaty team attacks constantly, forcing Taraz to reply with fast ricochets from behind the penalty line. 4 minutes before the end of the first half, Arshavin steps in. The Russian mercenary's game is eye-filling, and as a professional pool player, he sends the second ball into the top right corner of the net, 2-1. Before the timeout, Kairat created 2 dangerous moments, but the guests were fortunate, and their defenders' cold-headed actions on the gate line let the team leave the game gracefully. We won this match fair and square. The rival team scored from the standard line and they only had 2 scoring chances, but we owned the ball throughout and tried to show a good game. However, it was hard to organize ourselves after the long trip from Tel Aviv. I am glad we were able to acquire a game disposition and win. In the second time, Kairat takes the initiative back and meticulously sieges the rival's penalty line. The overwhelming possession of the ball doesn't convert into scoring opportunities. Kairat can create moments dangerous enough to score when Sakhadze replaces Tavamba with Gerard Go, his best forward. The Ivorian forward plugs into the game immediately and receives a good chance to send the ball to the net after a laborious fight with the defender of Taraz. However, the goalkeeper saves the net yet again. In a few more minutes, Kairat tries to attack again, but Go loses the chance to direct the ball to the gates. Now Taraz attacks less and less. The whole team mostly protects their net. Islambek Kouak wins over the ball and passes it to Go, who is abruptly knocked down, but the judge's whistle is silent, and the game continues without a penalty. After that, Arshavin shows a high level of skill by passing the ball to Kouat in the working field. However, the accurate defense has prevented the ball from going to the net. Close to the end of the second time, the teams exchanged a couple of far-fetched strikes and made the board goalkeepers stretch a little. In the third additional minute, Timoshuk is still active. After his pass, the experienced Go wins over the defender's position and sends the ball directly into the net 3-1. Inspired, Timoshuk tries not to upset the Almaty fans but misses the gates 1 minute before the end of the game. We've gone up pretty far, took a good positioning. It was way harder before. No matter what the skill level here is, it is noticeably high. We could have finished with 2-1 but risked a lot. So we lost 3-1, but looking forward to play better next time. After the match, Kairat's main coach was flooded by the questions about the new acquisition of the club, the Chilean Gersano Acivado. The player came out to replace the main members a couple of times in the Premier League and got under harsh critique after he lost in the first time with Maccabi for the inappropriate level of skills. Sakhadze explained the situation.
Acivado хороший футболист, мы на него очень сильно надеемся, но он должен перебороть в первую очередь себя.
Acivado is a good athlete. We pin our hopes on his talent. First and foremost, he must overcome himself. It is not unheard of the famous athletes having trouble accommodating to Kazakhstan. They expect the games to be easy, but are set aback by the level of competition and the amount of preparation that goes into the championship. Yes, he didn't show all he has in the game with Maccabi, but we hope he will come to his senses. He must be prepared.
Мы так уж хорошо себя провели в последней игре, так что мы надеемся на него очень, но ему надо подготовиться.
The second round of the national championship is ahead, and Almaty Kairat has all chances for fighting for gold medals of the Premier League. The final rounds of a boxing competition among high school and college students born between 1999 and 2000 happened in the sports complex of the Kazakh National University as part of the 8th Dorm Boxing Olympics. Students from all regions and cities of Kazakhstan participated in this event dedicated to the 25th anniversary of independence. Participants fought in 13 weight categories ranging from 46 kilograms to 80+ kilograms.
Kazakhstan Respublikasının тәуелсіздігіне 25 жылдығына арналған мектеп және колледж оқушыларының 8-ші жазғы Spartakiadасы өтіп жатыр. Біздің қалада бокстан Spartakiada өтіп жатыр.
Today we are having the 8th Summer Dorm Boxing Olympics dedicated to the 25th anniversary of independence. Yesterday, the competition among women concluded with 13 women from Almaty winning 4 gold and 9 silver medals. The tournament is held at the highest level. 14 teams from all regions of the country participated in this tournament. It became clear that the female athletes from Almaty came out as leaders in the overall standings. Of the 13 weight categories, 13 were won by the athletes from the South Capital. 4 of them won first place, 9 won silver medals. There are fewer athletes from Almaty among men winners. In the 13 weight groups, only 10 were shortlisted. 5 of them brought home gold and flagships to their teams. This way, the Almaty team became the first at this Olympics.
Конечно же,
I am happy my opponent was a very strong technical guy, but my mental perseverance and strength won me the game. In the third round, I felt like I was winning. The first two were very exhausting, however. I won the first round, gave up the second one, and really won the third one thanks to my endurance. Developing youth sport has been under close oversight of the authorities for the past couple of years, and it has shown good results. Besides affecting the professional sport, this initiative has a strong social impact. The level of juvenile crime has dropped, smoking and consuming alcohol among teenagers has decreased as well. Now our youth have other priorities, health being the first, healthy eating habits, sports, and an active lifestyle trailing after. The Dorm Olympics for high school and college students happen twice a year. The contest for amateur tennis players gained popularity in Almaty. One of them, Solo Open Pure Pro, a championship among amateur male players in Kazakhstan, recently took place at the Siska tennis court. Under the scorching sun, 25 men fought for the title of the best amateur male player of Kazakhstan. A friendly environment and healthy spirit of rivalry filled the court with a special vibe, and indeed many players have known each other for a long time now.
Начнем с того, что я уже 4 года играю. В этом году уже уже 5-й год пошел. В конце года уже будет в декабре уже 5-й год, как я начал играть. Но у меня началось все с начала 2000 года, где-то уже лет 15-16, когда сын мой первый раз взял в руки ракетку.
Let's begin with the fact that I've been playing tennis for 4 years and counting. It all started in 2000, some 16 years ago, when my son picked up the racket for the first time. He played professionally but dropped out 4 years ago. He gave up the racket in his duffel bag and said, "Here, Dad, take the rackets, the bag, buy yourself some tennis shoes and equipment, and play away. Remember how you used to take me to the practice and the tournaments. Now do the same for yourself and see if it is easy as you made it to be." This way I ended up playing myself. Back then the list of the professional amateur players had more than 200 names, and mine was way down the list. Now I take the 30th line. This is my small, big victory.
Участвую в этом турнире, в нашем казахстанском профессиональном, не профессиональном, а любительском рейтинге уже, когда начинал, был далеко в рейтинге за 200-кой, сейчас где-то уже в 30-ку вхожу. Вот такого рода маленькие победы нет-нет есть, вот такого рода характера.
As a matter of fact, these kinds of tournaments happen often, but the very Solo Open is considered among the main ones. One of the organizers told us how many obstacles they had to overcome to make the complex event happen.
На самом деле, если работаешь с командой профессионалов, это очень просто. Потому что все вопросы, которые нужно решать, все проблемы, которые мы встречаем, мы просто их решаем.
Working with professionals makes organizing events like this easy. Whatever needs to be solved gets resolved quickly. Blaming and looking for a scapegoat is not our style. I didn't expect it to be this easy because it was my first time as an organizer of a tournament this big. Everything went smoothly. I strongly believe that the fact that Yerelan Bulgarin were involved contributed the most to its success. Amateur in this context means the player that is not a professional. His or her presence in tennis as a sport doesn't spill into professional tournaments. However, observing the highly technical servings and agility as well as other abilities that they use to show an interesting game. A heated fight for the first place and heightened emotions made the tournament feel no less dramatic than the Grand Slam Championship.
Я так скажу, что уровень, состав у нас очень сильный.
Our team is very strong, I shall say. 4 of our members are among the first 20 players of the league, which is a very good indicator. Initially, this tournament was declared to be of the second category, but thanks to the team's lineup, we were able to announce it as the first category tournament. We could go even higher, but that still requires a lot of work from our side. Solo Open Pure Pro Championship shall become an annual event and gather even more participants. This should help promote a healthy lifestyle among the citizens and cause interest in tennis.